every story appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is a story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
It's midday. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us on CoreTV News on the hour. I am Ebulomo Adekunle. Police detectives have arrested a suspected senior member of Boko Haram while fleeing counter-insurgency operation at Bamo Forest in Bauchi State. Police spokesman Frank Umba said in a statement that 30-year-old Mohammed Zachary is self-styled Chief Butcher at the insurgent camp in the forest. He's said to be responsible for the recent slaughter of 7 people, including women and children. Umba added that the preliminary investigation reveals that the suspect was trained in the art of insurgency at Gombe Forest by a fleeing insurgent, one Abataura, before he moved to Bamo Forest about 3 months ago. The police say he actively participated in the April attack against customs officer at Kari Town along Maiduguri Road in Bauchi State. Meanwhile, the Chief of Army Staff is seeking more public support for the war against insurgency. He also wants Nigerians to be patient with soldiers at the front line because the war is not a conventional one. Minima made this known at a news conference to commemorate the 3rd quarter conference of the Chief of Army Staff in Abuja. Pius Samuel now reports.
The war against insurgency has been on for a while now in Nigeria, with no end in sight. But the Chief of Army Staff says the army under his watch is committed to checking the activities of the insurgents.
My focus has been primarily on tackling the insurgency as raised by the Boko Haram terrorist group in the northeastern part of the country, and other security challenges in the north central and the northwest, which we have conclusively brought to stability.
Recently, Nigerians have questioned the integrity of the army as they combat insurgency in the country. But the army chief insisted the soldiers are committed to the task at hand.
As you are all aware, our nation is today faced with enormous security challenges. The upsurge in incidents of terrorism has shifted the focus of the general public to the armed forces, and particularly the Nigerian army. Our activities are increasingly coming under public scrutiny, while a lot of patriotic Nigerians, and particularly the ordinary Nigerians, have continued to support the Nigerian army. Others have used the opportunity, and somehow a very small section of the press, to cast aspersions on our competence, integrity, and ability to rise up to this occasion.
On the security situation in the northeast, the army is convinced that the region will soon be stable.
I know the expectation of the Nigerian citizen is that this thing should have been over by yesterday. But the reality is that it wouldn't have been over by yesterday because of the structure and the dynamics of fighting this type of terrorism. Now we are fighting Nigerian citizens. We're not fighting foreigners. So caution must be exercised. And I appeal that we will certainly surmount it.
As troops continue to chart new ways of containing terrorism, the army authorities want Nigerians to continue to exercise patience. Pius Samuel, CoreTV News, Abuja.
President Goodluck Jonathan has assured Pakistani education activist Malala Yousafzai that all abducted Chibok girls would be returned safe. She disclosed this to State House correspondents after a meeting with the president in Abuja. The global icon also revealed that President Jonathan would soon meet with parents of girls who are still in captivity. The report.
Malala has dedicated this year's Malala Day celebration to education. She said this is in solidarity with the abducted schoolgirls who have been denied access to education for over 90 days. The activist maintained that funds used in purchasing instruments of wars will make the world a better place if channeled towards education. She also provided an insight into her interaction with President Jonathan.
He promised that the government will choose the best option to bring back girls alive and safe. And the second promise he made is very important, is that he will meet the parents of those girls who are abducted. And I'm hopeful that he will fulfill it. I'm hopeful that the president will meet you soon because he made this promise to you, to me and to you and to all Nigerian people.
Boko Haram is still holding the Chibok schoolgirls hostage, but Malala is bold to call for their immediate release.
But today not only I'm asking the president and the government of Nigeria to take action, but I'm also asking Boko Haram. I ask Boko Haram to stop misusing the name of Islam. And I want to tell Boko Haram that think about your own sisters. Just think for a while. Think about your own sisters.
She called on countries of the world to say no to war and do more to protect the rights of millions of girls across the world. Pius Samuel, CoreTV News, Abuja.
The People's Democratic Party, PDP, have endorsed President Goodluck Jonathan for a second term in office. Speaker Aminu Tambuwal was, however, absent at the meeting that began at about 9 on Monday night and ended just before midnight. House Leader Milikat Akonde Adiola told journalists that the PDP caucus of the House specifically asked the president to contest for a second term. On the absence of Speaker, Tambuwal, Akonde Adiola said only him can explain his reasons for not turning up. She added that security issues were also discussed at the meeting and that the government was commended for efforts to restore peace in the affected parts of the country. Governors elected under the platform of the People's Democratic Party also held a similar meeting with President Jonathan and at the end also endorsed him for leadership in the party. Meanwhile, PDP senators who were conveyed in a coaster bus to the venue were told they were invited in error. The All Progressives Congress has finally decided to challenge the conduct of the recently concluded governorship election at the tribunal. The decision has been perceived to rubbish the earlier position of Governor Kayode Fayemi on the issue following his acceptance of defeat and congratulations of the winner, Ayo Fayose. Rashid tells us more.
The respondents in the petition are the declared winner, People's Democratic Party, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the Inspector General of Police, and the Chief of Defense Staff. Addressing journalists in Ado-Ekiti, the All Progressive Congress interim chairman in the state, Gideawe, said the party went to tribunal so as to save the nation from the new scientific election rigging that was experimented in the June 21st Ekiti governorship election.
Our party, the APC, has earlier signaled that we are going to unravel some secrecies surrounding the fiasco of 21st of June. That is the defeat of our party in the gubernatorial election in Ekiti State. And again, the process of election itself has a lot to be doubted, and that was exactly what moved us to say we want to question.
Gideawe added that Governor Kaode Fayemi conceded defeat and congratulated the declared winner of the election for peace to reign in the state.
The governor, as a governor, does not own the party. It is the party that features the governor. And we are not only taking that decision, it was the decision of the apex body of APC as a political party, that we must challenge some of these gray areas we have discovered in the election. So the statement of the governor, either congratulating the so-called elect or not, he acted as a statesman, as the helmsman of this state till October 15. He is still the governor, and he has the right to protect, and he has the right to do what is right to the largest percentage of Ekiti people. That's exactly what he has done. It is part of his constitutional duty.
The Ekiti governorship election has been widely acclaimed as free and fair, but the petition filed in by the All Progressives Congress will seek to unravel the concerns of all parties involved. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ado Ekiti.
It's the CoreTV News on the hour. We'll take a break and we'll bring you more reports. Don't go away.
CoreTV News now provide a platform for live coverage of political rallies and electioneering campaign from anywhere in Nigeria. Political news stories, political editorial reviews, political discussions, personality profile, People's Parliament from the National, State and Local Government Assembly. Contact us now on 0803-471-8550 or 0803-724-9733. 01453-3407.
Our 24-hour news station.
Nigerians continue to travel the city of Lagos.
There is still a poor level of
Be the first to know. From the north, south, east, west and around Africa. We break the news.
We are one Nigeria.
Now you can catch all the actions live as the news breaks. We are CoreTV News.
Welcome to CoreTV.
24-hour news station.
Thank you so much for being there. The resident electoral commissioner, Ekiti State, Ali Lupai, has expressed readiness of the Independent National Electoral Commission to defend the June 21st governorship election at the tribunal. This follows the submission by the All Progressives Congress of a petition challenging the results of the election won by the People's Democratic Party's candidate Ayo Fayose before the Ekiti Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Ado Ekiti. INEC declared Fayose winner of the election ahead of the incumbent governor and APC candidate Kayode Fayemi after polling 203,090 votes to 120,433 votes. The APC challenged the election was manipulated using federal might in favor of the PDP. Pai explains that the election petition filed by the APC was in line with the dictates of the Electoral Act 2010 as amended. He added that any aggrieved party or candidate who wishes to challenge the outcome is equally free to do so within the ambit of the same enabling instrument. And that's the news for this time. Do join us again top of the hour for more. Thank you for being there. I am Ebulomo Adekunle.
Malala has dedicated this year's Malala Day celebration to education. She said this is in solidarity with the abducted schoolgirls who have been denied access to education for over 90 days. The activist maintained that funds used in purchasing instruments of wars will make the world a better place if channeled towards education. She also provided an insight into her interaction with President Jonathan.
He promised that the government will choose the best option to bring back girls alive and